Thank you for joining me today on Coffee With. My guest today is Lindsey Bradley of Bargaining with the Bradleys,
Yes, ma'am.
who I call the Vicksburg Coupon Queen.
Yes, thank you for the new name.
Well, I came to one of your coupon classes, I guess a week or so ago maybe, and I learned so much. I wrote an article and posted it at Vicksburg Daily News. I had so many questions coming in there. A lot of it had to do with organization. I'm glad you brought your binder today so you can talk about that and kind of show people what to do with it. And I want you to show people what you do, but really they need to come to your class. I mean, it's only $15. It's well worth your money. And based on what they'll say, it's a fraction, right?
Definitely.
So tell me a little bit of how you got started in couponing and why and all that.
I got started about 5 years ago. Really, when I was 21, I'm 26, to help offset the cost of my diabetes. I've been diabetic since I was 9, and I'm a little expensive when it comes to health care, so really that's how I got into it. Then when I got engaged and married is when I really got into it. I didn't want to be so expensive for my husband, so that's how I first
And how did you
it.
get started? Did you just kind of gain an interest in it, or did you have somebody else that helped you?
I kind of gained an interest because really no one in my family couponed. I would have died if I would have been in high school and my mom would have carried a coupon binder to the store. So it was really just kind of got into it. Saw other people doing it. I lived in Memphis for a few years, and that's kind of when I got into it up there. So.
Okay. And so when did you start teaching the classes in this area?
A few months ago. I had all the girls at work asking me, please show me how, please show me how. So I kind of got into it that way.
Okay. So tell us the basics. How do you get started? Because I'm kind of struggling with it right now.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why later. Maybe you can answer some of my questions that I didn't really want to ask in the class. So.
The basics, of course, is to be organized and kind of get a pattern, what you want to do. You know, I recommend starting out small. Don't expect to go to the store and get everything for free the first time you go. I recommend either starting with food products or toiletries, or either just one store, kind of doing that. And of course, get coupons. You know, you can get them online, of course, the newspaper. You can even get coupons from Facebook. You can like the page and get a coupon. So that's where I get most of mine from, and then organize.
Okay, I want to stop and talk about that because you have put some links on Facebook, and either I'm doing it wrong or I don't understand. I've clicked on it, and every one that I've clicked on that I've liked, it says, oh, we're out of coupons.
Yeah, no, there are limits. They only do so many a day sometimes. Gotcha. Depending on what they're promoting.
Okay. I thought there was a catch to that or something. Okay, so this is your binder. So tell me a little bit about your binder and how it helps you.
It helps me stay very organized. I go through my binder every Sunday when I'm putting new coupons in, so I pulled expired coupons out. So I know just about everything in here is up to date. I have mine organized by category. When people do it by the lanes of the grocery store, well, if I'm going to go to a different store, I might not, I don't know the layout.
So when you say category, what categories do you have?
I went actually on the crazycouponlady.com, and it's crazy with a K. If you go to her page and you scroll down on the right side, it has coupon binder printables. Now, it has a title page, and it does different categories, such as produce, peanut butter, toiletry, baby, just whatever items.
Okay.
Then
go ahead.
Do each one by page, and then I separate mine with either baseball card holders or business card holders.
Okay, and where do you get those?
You can get these Dollar General, Walmart, Office Max, online, just wherever you can find them.
Okay. And that's how you kind of break it down, because you've actually got 9 little pockets in here.
Yeah, and some have, more than one other certain items I use the most of. Okay. This is my Bible, I can tell you. Page 20 is, paper products. Page 4 is peanut butter. That's how much I use it. So I don't go anywhere without it. My husband jokes if we're just going to run to his parents. I'm like, I need my binder in case we have to stop at Walgreens or something.
Yeah.
It's like my baby.
Yeah. I haven't seen any coupons for produce. And granted, I haven't been doing this very long. But that was one of my questions, because most of what I eat is on the perimeter of the grocery store. Fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, meat, seafood, those kinds of things. And I actually, this past Sunday, I did clip a coupon for ground beef and sausage, but I had not seen produce coupons.
Yeah, it ranges, just different categories. There's not a lot of produce and organic coupons. Sometimes you'll look up, and most of the ones I find are online. Okay. The key to produce, organic, stuff like that, fruit is is to wait till it's about to go out of date and it's marked down.
Okay.
That's how to get it the cheapest. Like at Kroger, you'll see manager specials. They might have strawberries for, $1 a pound. Normally they're not that.
Right. Okay. And then the other thing, I haven't quite grasped the whole concept yet. You told us in the class the way that you're going to save the most money is to clip your coupons and then look at the ads on Wednesdays. I think when the grocery ads come out.
Yeah, it just depends on
and look
what
and
store
see
you're going to.
what's on sale and what you have coupons for.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you look and see what's on sale and say, yeah, we use that, and see if you have a coupon for it?
Yeah.
Or do you remember what coupons you have?
I can remember a lot, but what I usually do on Sundays or Wednesdays, whenever what article I'm looking at comes out, I usually get a big marker and I circle things I think I'm going to buy.
In the ad. Okay.
Then I go and I look for a coupon in my binder. And if I don't have it, and when I go online and I try to find it, because I know I need it.
So really, the whole point in doing this, the way you can save the most money is to buy with coupons when items are on sale.
And buy more than one, so you'll have it until it goes on sale again.
Okay, so you're going to stash it.
Yes.
Okay.
Stockpiling.
Okay. Now, you also taught us that some of the stores, and we don't need to get into all the details, but they have what they call up rewards or store coupons or things like that.
Yeah, that's the best way to save. When it's on sale, you have a coupon and you can get a reward. Actually, sometimes you get cash back. A lot of stores won't actually physically pay you the cash back. You can use that money towards another purchase that you didn't have a coupon for. That's how a lot of people buy their meat products and stuff. It's called overage.
So that almost is like a coupon that you get to apply to anything you
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to. Well, almost anything. I mean, now at Rite Aid, you can't use it for prescriptions and
Yeah,
stuff
usually
like that.
usually outlaws prescriptions, tobacco products, and alcohol products.
Right.
Usually anything else.
Pretty much
is
anything
game.
else.
Yes, ma'am.
And you also interestingly told us that you freeze milk.
You can freeze milk,
And cheese.
butter.
Yeah, butter. Yeah. But I was surprised to hear you say you freeze milk, and you said you can't, once y'all thaw it, you can't really tell the difference. It's not watery or anything like that. But you did tell us we need to pour a little bit off.
Pour a little bit off, and
So
I
that
always
when it expands.
Yeah, and I always just wrap mine in another bag, like a Kroger bag, Walmart bag, and tie it up just to be safe in case something busts in the freezer. I don't want my whole freezer to be a mess. So.
Right. Yeah, that would be pretty stinky mess.
Yeah.
What are some other tips? I mean, I don't want you to give everything away because really people are going to learn the most by coming to your class. It only takes about, I think we were there an hour and a half or
Yes,
something
ma'am.
like that. It's well worth the time. Certainly well worth the $15.
Yeah, I think so. I think the 15 is fair because you're learning all the secrets. I give handouts. We play a little game at the beginning.
Yeah.
I try to, teach what I've learned. So.
And you give coupons.
And I give coupons.
We leave there with a lot of goodies.
I give you coupons.
We leave there with more than $15 worth of stuff.
I think so.
I think so too. Okay, so let's diverge from the coupons a little bit. You're from Vicksburg?
Originally from Louisiana, but I moved over here in third grade. So,
Where in Louisiana?
Lake Bruin.
Oh, okay.
So, not too far. So I
So
really
you've been
saved
here a long
Vicksburg,
time.
Yeah, since I was 8.
Yeah. And when I wrote the article up about the class that I came to, I feel lazy compared to you, and I think that I stay busy. But you work, you commute to Jackson, you go to school, you do clinicals, you're married, and you have dogs, and you teach coupon classes and you coupon. I don't know how you do all those things except you're young and have a lot of energy. But what do you do for fun? Because I know this is to save money.
Yeah, couponing is fun to me
Yeah.
though. I kind of compete with myself. If I can save this every time I go. I'm a little competitive, but really for fun right now, all I do is hang out with my husband, my family, and friends, and school. I have about 4 weeks of school left. So that's
You're seeing the light at the end
That's
of the tunnel.
my life right now. I say chase, clinicals, and coupons are the 3 C's of my life. So
Now, what are you getting your training in?
I'm doing clinical laboratory science.
Okay, and so when you finish that, what will you do?
I will work in the lab, actually the person who processes all the blood and urine and other nasty things.
Yeah.
So look under the microscope and actually run the test.
Well, that sounds interesting.
So it's
I
really
don't think
fun.
That's nasty. Yeah.
It's fun and I really like it. So.
Will you be working here?
Yes, ma'am. I've worked for River Region 6 years, and then they transferred my position, so I've already have a job, thank God. So.
Wonderful. And you can quit the whole commuting thing.
Yes.
That's gonna give you a whole.
Yeah.
That's like a part-time job.
Mhm.
You do realize that.
Yeah.
When you look at how many
being on the
hours you
road
spend in
and-
your car, all of that now you can coupon even more.
Yeah.
Teach more people how to do this.
Yeah, that's my goal to help people. So.
Okay, so here's the question that I know everybody wants to hear the answer to. How much money do you spend a month for you and your husband and your 4 dogs for everything? Groceries, health and beauty, anything that you buy that you purchase with a coupon, how much are you spending a month total?
I spend about $75 a month.
A month.
Yeah, now when I cook, and we usually cook about 5 nights a week, it usually costs me under $10 for the whole week of cooking because of all my coupons, because there's so many things I get free.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it doesn't include eating out. You know, I feel like we coupon, so I can eat out, but I do get a lot of coupons for eating out.
Yes.
Living Social and Groupon, I've got tons of stuff from them.
Yeah.
And
I started clipping those too.
The other day I had a buy one, get one free large pizza. I think I paid $9 for 2 large pizzas.
Wow.
So my husband had to eat that for lunch and supper. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I like those coupons. That's really great. $75 a month is unbelievable.
I never pay for toothpaste. I usually pay under $1 for razors, shampoo, beauty products, that kind of stuff. So.
And I know you told us that you don't really brand shop. You do brand shop for peanut butter.
Yes,
Y'all are peanut butter freaks, and there's one brand that you really like.
Yes.
And they sent you some coupons
They
for it
did.
because it's a little off the beaten path. But you don't brand shop for toothpaste or shampoo or.
I'm not too picky about all that.
Yeah.
My husband does like Reggio's pizzas. That's usually that, and the peanut butter are usually the only things
That's
that I
about it.
have to have. But you know, I'm not picky about.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I love what you do on Facebook, where when you go to the grocery store and you come home and you
Take
set it
pictures.
all out and take a picture and tell us how much you spent for everything,
Yeah.
because it's amazing.
It kind of gives people perspective. I don't think they really understand, and I try to put the total what it should have cost before coupons. So.
Yes. Well, there's so much more that you teach in the class, and I want to encourage people to come to the class. Give us your telephone number.
My number is 601-415-7030.
Okay, and your email address.
It's LINZ as in zebra, D as in dog, 2125 at Yahoo.
And you're also on Facebook
On
under
Facebook.
Bargaining with the Bradleys.
My personal page is Lindsey Doyle Bradley, but my coupon page is Bargaining with the Bradleys.
I wanted to say thank you and apologize to you. I had asked you to be our speaker in July.
Yes, ma'am.
For the Vicksburg Association of Marketing Professionals, and we had scheduled you and had everything all set, and we had started advertising that. And then the lieutenant governor said, gee, we'd like to speak. And so you very graciously allowed me to bump you to October. So you're going to be our featured speaker in October, and I thank you very much.
thank
It was very gracious of you to do that.
I don't mind. I know he's very important.
Well, so are you, but you can always say that now the lieutenant governor has bumped you from your speaking
That's what I told my husband. I
engagement.
said, I'm not that important yet. Obviously.
Maybe one day you'll bump the lieutenant governor from his speaking engagement. Anything I didn't ask you that you wanted to be sure that people know about couponing, or?
Just don't give up. I know people, when they first start, they have expectations they're going to go and get everything for free that first time. And it takes a little time and patience. So don't give up. And you do have time for it. It just takes a little bit of time to get your method down. So.
Well, I've realized, the last 3 Sundays, I guess, I've flipped coupons, and I really look at it and go, do I use this? No, I don't. But then I've figured out if it's something that I would use, if it were cheap enough, I go ahead and clip the coupon.
Yeah.
Because then if it goes on sale, and if I were to end up getting it for free or almost free, or if I used it at one of the stores where I would get an up reward, it would be worth it.
Yeah. And that's what coupon does. It lets you try new products that you normally wouldn't try too. So I've done that and found a lot of products I probably never would have bought before, but gotten hooked on them now. So.
Yeah. Lindsey, thank you so much.
Thank
this
you.
was really interesting. I loved coming to your class.
Well, thank you for coming.
You just have such a nice manner about you, and obviously you enjoy this and have a lot of fun with it. And I really want to encourage people to come and take your class. I think
thank
it's, especially, gosh, if you have a family,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
trying to feed a family and send kids to dancing and baseball
I know, it
and all
can
this
be
other
so
stuff.
expensive.
I mean, where do you get the money?
That was my whole goal, is to really be perfect, as I say, at it before me and my husband have a family.
Yeah.
Because, I know diapers are $20 a box, and I've been able to get them, for $2 when I have baby shower gifts and stuff like that.
Well, thank you so much for coming and
Thank
having
you.
coffee with me, and I hope you have a great turnout at your next class, and I look forward to you speaking to our FAMP group in October. Thank you.
Promotional consideration provided by
Amber Sanders from Happy Hair. Get your hair happy at 3402 Wisconsin Avenue.